guys, it's Boxing Lowdown and I'm back here with another video. Now don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like and I'll happily get back to you. Now, when will boxing return? That is the big question. And over the last couple of days, on Sunday actually, the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, he addressed the nation with a speech regarding how we can slowly start working our way back into the economy. So those that are currently not working, there was like a 5-step plan of getting us back into work, of starting to open up businesses. And he released some more details with regards to that in an address to the Commons on Monday, which was yesterday. So how does this affect boxing? Well, in that page plan, however many pages it was, there was some steps with regards to sport and how sport can get back into the economy as well. And for boxing, that was obviously one of the areas that we're looking at. I know that football, for those that follow football, you know, is massive over here in the UK. You know, they've got a big project restart that they're doing to try and integrate the Premiership back into these conditions. So it's the same with boxing as well. So for us, what I do know and what I have seen so far is that with boxing, I mean, that they were looking to bring it back behind closed doors. We know that that was a possibility before. We've heard the likes of Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren speaking about possibly having like boxing shows with no one there, like behind closed doors. Eddie Hearn was talking about possibly doing something where it was a bit different to just, you know, boxing, just like being in an empty arena. He wanted to explore the possibility of maybe doing it outside or whatever. But, you know, it's good that he's still thinking, like people are thinking about ideas to try and make this possible. We saw actually over in America, because their lockdown has been restricted as well, we saw the UFC take place behind closed doors. I'm not a massive fan of the UFC, but I mean, it was something that a lot of people tuned into. They were happy to see it back. So I think it'd be the same with boxing. Everyone will just be happy to see it back, providing that, you know, the right medical conditions are, you know, allowed, and, you know, everything's being done according to plan. So one of the areas that they were looking at was obviously to have it behind closed doors. No title fights for the meanwhile. I think the reason for that is to try and keep it as minimal as possible with regards to how many officials will be there. If you're going to have a title fight, then you're going to have licensed officials from that particular sanctioning body. So I think that was kind of ruled out for now. I don't know how long it would be, but in the immediate future, I don't think that will go straight into like a title fight. So they'll probably experiment with other sort of fights first. What else was announced? So yeah, non-title fights. Obviously trying to limit the amount of people in the arena to a smaller number as possible. Regular testing, like getting these fighters tested, and just ensuring that, you know, that they're all, you know, obviously not carrying a virus or anything. So these particular measures are being put in place to try and ease boxing back before we could then start looking at, you know, the future and how we are, you know, adjusting to this virus, because it's not going to go away. So I guess what we've got to try and do now is just to try and work with it, I suppose. I mean, I don't want to sound like Boris Johnson here, but we've just got to try and work our way back into the economy, basically. And that was sort of the plan from the British Board of Control with regards to boxing in general. So we do have the green light to start putting shows on from June onwards. However, how that's going to be done, who's going to be on the show is another thing. Like, I'm sure that there's plenty more to discuss, but some good news there, and I want to hear your opinions about it. Do you think it's too soon for boxing to come back now, even if it is behind closed doors? Would you rather see a much lower rate in terms of people catching the virus before we start putting these events on now? I'm curious to know how like the UFC event went down, you know, if it was a success, and how they went about their testing and how they went about their measures in protecting those that were involved. I'd be interested to see that. Maybe I might look at that today, actually. But yeah, the government have given the you know, the British Board of Boxing Control and boxing in general the green light to go ahead from June. Who is, I don't know yet, but I'm curious to hear you guys' opinions on it. So some good news maybe, let me know. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video tomorrow. What's happening, guys? It's Boxing Lowdown here. Click the link in my bio and check out some of our brand new t-shirts which have just been restocked. We have white, yellow, red and black, all going for the low price of £15. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and I'll make sure to catch you on the next video.